What's going on, everybody? This is Dave. Welcome back today to the FM Scout YouTube channel. Now, today, we've been thinking about it. We've been looking at some old legends, at clubs. And Frankie Lampard has just retired. And obviously, he was such a legend at Chelsea. He had little stints at City as well as playing over in America. But what would Lampard be like as a manager? There have been rumours of Gerrard going into management as well. So we're going to do a little series on it, and we're going to be testing out individually all these managers for 1 year at their, respective clubs. And at the end of it, we're going to see and judge who was the best, who did the best at their club. And we're going to have a little chart and a little competition between all the managers to see how they get on. Now, if you do enjoy Football Manager videos, go check out my channel. Currently doing an 1860 Munich save over in the Bundesliga on there. A link to that will be in the description. So today we're going to be starting off with Frank Lampard. Currently, obviously, just retired after having a short stint over at New York City FC. On the game, though, his stats are very, very impressive. Mentally, he's got 17 determination and judging player ability, 19 judging player potential, 18 motivated, 15 tactical knowledge, also got 18 man management. So the stats of the game have given him a very, very generous. As well as his contract, I just put him on a free 3 to 4 season contract. I put his wage at 0, so the game kind of automatically gave him a £68,000 wage. His preferred formation will be a 4-4-2, so it'll be interesting to see if over the season that changes. And he's got an attacking playing mentality. We're going to be seeing how well he will do for Chelsea. If we go on to Chelsea and click General, we will see that Frank Lampard, along with John Terry, Gianfranco Zola, they are all listed as legends at the moment at the club. Chelsea as a whole, media predicted 4th. So will he do that or will he better that? We're starting, of course, with the start of season roster. So we've still got, all the players that were already there as well. So no changes if they did bring anyone in January. So, for example, Oscar will still be at the club as well. So we're going to check out Frankie Lamps. How well will he do at Chelsea? We're going to check out now. End of the first season. Let's see how he will get on. So, we've skipped forward a season, and Frankie Lampard is still in the job at Chelsea. Stat-wise, it looked fairly the sort of same, and we're going to see how well he's got on now at Chelsea. Still on his current contract, hasn't had an extension or hasn't been sacked, and he finished third in the Premier League. So let's see how well he got on in the end. So, in the league, as we'll see, finished third, 8 points off title. United ended up winning that, and, finished fairly comfortably in third, not far away from 4th. Further enough away from 4th to for it not to be a worry, and at the same time, just solidified themselves in that Champions League spot quite nicely in the end. Chelsea players that are in the stats, you've got Courtois, who got the second most amount of clean sheets in the league. Hazard getting the second most amount of assists. Shocks there were West Ham and Stoke finishing in the top 7 as well. Liverpool all the way down in 10th there in the end. So let's see, who did Frankie Lampard end up bringing in? Frank Lampard, he brought in one player. Alfred Duncan came in from Sassuolo over in Italy. £27.5 million fee, rising possibly up to £31 million. So, personally, before this, I've not heard of this guy. Ghanaian, already got 14 appearances at the age of 24, valued at £31 million. Box-to-box midfielder, as you can see, he's very physical, very strong, and fairly quick player, to be fair. Overall, quite a solid, all-round, very decent central midfielder. No real major outs. The only big out really sold off Victor Moses. He went to Villarreal in the end. Van Ginkel went out on loan along with a couple of the younger guys. Tactic-wise, he did play that 4-4-2. He's played Duncan and Kante through the middle. Two very physical central midfielders. Actually starting Pedro up front in the final game, along with Michy Batshuayi as well. We'll quick look at the players, though, as well. We'll look at their selection info again. Most appearances for the club this season was Eden Hazard, got 47 appearances as a whole, 44 starting. Top goal scorer was Michy Batshuayi, to be fair. He got 20 goals and 18 for Diego Costa. And top assists was Eden Hazard with 16 as well. He also got the best average rating at 7.5. Overall, the morale looks fairly good. Obviously, bar Asmir Begovic, who does want to go and leave the squad. But other than that, he's kept the morale pretty high overall, finishing third, which is just over their estimated finish of fourth. We'll quick look at the schedule, though, see if how they got on in all other competitions. So in the Premier League, obviously finishing third. Overall, had a fairly decent run second half of the season. They didn't start off around the Christmas period too well with 3 losses on the bounce, but they came back after the first loss in the new year fairly strong, only lost to 2 games from the turn of the year. The start of the season was fairly poor though, just 1 win in 5. I bet Chelsea fans are worrying at that point. FA Cup though, got to the 5th round, were knocked out by, I'm guessing, possibly the eventual winners, Manchester United. We'll have a quick look though. They had to have 2 replays though. They drew to Southampton and West Ham, but won both the replays. They beat West Ham on penalties in the end in that game, to be honest. A couple of different players starting though. Started Todd Kane, Marcus Alonso, and Nathaniel Chalobah as well. Solanke grabbing a couple of minutes there as well. Checking, I don't think actually United went on to win the FA Cup. I'll have a quick look. They had a lot of tournaments. No, who was the FA Cup winners then? Arsenal went on to win it in the end. Go back to Chelsea though as well. Let's see what else. EFL Cup, lost out in the quarter-final against Arsenal as well. That was also won by Arsenal in the end, who had a fairly solid domestic season then. So obviously Chelsea weren't in any European action, so we can't judge Frank Lampard on that at all. We're going to have a quick look at his achievements this year. So as Chelsea manager, let's see, he appointed Paul Bolson. Doesn't look like he got any awards, so no manager of the month for Frank Lampard. Just the one big signing, finishing third in the Premier League. So overall, okay, not bad, but could have been a lot better for Frank Lampard. I suppose he had the slight advantage as well of not having to focus on European football, but he had a lot of pressure on rebuilding the Chelsea side that was fairly damaged from last year, as we could say. So, not bad, but as you can see on screen, Frank Lampard stats, finished third, no manager of the months, no Champions Leagues, FA Cups or anything like that, but they weren't qualified anyway. So, there you go. Hopefully, we will continue this series. If you have a legend at a certain Premier League club, we're going to start with Premier League. We'll obviously possibly branch out to different countries as well. If you've got a Premier League legend that you want to see us try out next week, let me know in the comment section down below, and we'll see if he can live up to the expectation, if he can turn from a club legend as a player into a club legend as a manager as well. And will he do better than Frank Lampard? Let me know in the comment section down below. Make sure you smash that like button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Until next time, folks, I'll see you all very soon. My name has been Dave, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.